Hi, this is my quick demonstration for Google Sites for Web 2.0 final project. This is my 7th grade science Google Sites page. So you're seeing what the kids would actually see. I'm in the web view. I have my reminders, I have my introduction, the different pages that the students could access. I have my calendar to spring break. I'm going to close out of that so I can actually go to my editing page. And this is your Google Sites editing page after you've already selected a theme. Once you've selected a theme, you can kind of go through and change how you want to make it look. I'll go back to Insert. And this is where you can add different applications into the page. So let's say that I want to add a different video. So I'll show you how I did this. I can actually trash it. I like my kids to have extra credit options every once in a while if it's meaningful. And one of the ways you can do that, add a text box. Disney Nature, if you're not aware, does documentaries. And in their opening weekend, they actually offer a lot of funds for conservation efforts. So if you go see during the opening weekend, they donate funds. So I want to add a YouTube video. So I'm going to go to the YouTube site where I want it, copy the link, and then I come back and I can add it here. It's the same link. You have to select it. Once you select it, it moves it to a different toggle page, but it's super simple. All you gotta do is just click and drag, and then it adds it to the original. Notice this is white. I'm kind of funky. I like it to be the same, so you can actually change your section background with the type that you want so it blends. And you can also change the size of the text box. That way it's a little more inclusive. And so if you want to see what that looks like, you can preview it. And there it is. And it will play directly on the page. So there you go. So close back out of that. It does work on tablets and phones. It's just not as good of an application. I do have different pages for units and different units, but right now I'm just showing the ecosystem. I've chosen to hide the other pages simply so I could focus on what I was doing. So if I go to my ecosystems page, this is how I'm delivering the unit and what my students need for their background knowledge before they do their project. So it shows the concepts, the TEKs, and their essential questions that they have to have answered. I've also included a link for Quizlet, which I will do in my next demo, but basically Quizlet Live is how they do their pre and post tests. And before they do their pre and post tests, they have to watch 3 separate videos before coming to class. I'm not a big fan of clutter. And so I love the fact that you can do a link directly to your Google Drive. And all you do is when you go to type in your link, so you type in whatever it is, and then you just click the link button. And then if you have your Google Drive open, which I do, you can just copy the link. I have what's called an Ecology Simulator, and I love that it's a Flash player, and then it does it on the website itself. I'll kind of show you that you can use it. So if we go to our preview, it does work. Oh, hold on. Yep. So I want to add these plants, and you see it populates. So it does work. So if you wanted to add a different one, you would just search the internet for what you needed. This is Feed the Dingo. And then you'd copy the link. And then instead of just uploading it from YouTube, you can actually go to embed. And so you can embed the link. Let me make sure I have the link. How about that? Well, she's going to talk.
Feed the dingo.
Yeah, we know. So when you paste it, you can actually do whole page or preview.
Log in to save points or tap. Feed the dingo.
Okay, we don't want to feed the dingo. So undo button is your friend. Control Z also if you just don't like the undo button. So that is my ecosystem page, how they can get to different concepts before they actually do the project. So for the project, they're actually going to build a brochure. So this is my intro page for their project. It has their project guidelines, and I love using a lot of NASA's different education links. So they can do their entire project research through nasa.gov. And if you're like me, you want to know where your kids are going, and what they're accessing for research, and are they citing them correctly. So I like giving them websites that can give them options. So I'll show you what that looks like. So let's go to NASA. And you can see that it has all the different links that they can use. So that's really awesome. And all I did to get there, again, was just write down what I wanted, and then you can do embed, or you can actually click and use the link button. So let's do one of those so I can show you what I'm talking about. So let's do a link, and go to NASA. I'm just going to copy the URL. You can do it through Google. And then I'm going to add my link here. And you can change it and just apply. And there it is. Voila. For their Lucid Press brochure, this is the other demonstration that I'll show you a little bit later. They have to build a brochure, and all of their directions can be found in the Google Drives from the previous page, and this also does show their rubric. So if they don't have their rubric in front of them, they have it at home, and it's for parents as well. So that is my Google Sites. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you on the flip side for the other two.